Fala família Empório, sejam muito bem-vindos a mais um vídeo aqui no nosso canal. Pra quem não me conhece, né, a maioria de vocês, meu nome é Sarah Schneider. Eu tô fazendo a minha estreia em frente às câmeras, meu trabalho geralmente é nos bastidores. E sejam muito bem-vindos a mais um bate-papo. Hoje eu tô trazendo um bate-papo incrível que eu tive a oportunidade de fazer com uma atleta incrível, uma grande referência pro futebol escocês. Pode entrar, Lisa Evans. Pra dar aquela refrescada na memória, né? A Lisa é uma atleta de 31 anos, uma das principais jogadoras da seleção escocesa e do West Ham hoje em dia. Ela é muito versátil, geralmente joga no meio campo, mas podendo jogar aí tanto no ataque quanto na defesa. Ela defendeu clubes muitíssimo importantes, como Glasgow City, Turbine Portsmouth no auge, Bayern de Munique, Arsenal, e hoje está, como falei, jogando aí no West Ham pela uma Super League. Inclusive, vou aproveitar tirar um minutinho aqui para agradecer mais uma vez a Elisa pelo tempinho que ela tirou para bater um papo comigo e desejar aí muito sucesso pela frente. E antes de soltar o play, vou dar aquela toquezinho de youtuber. Lembrar todo mundo de dar um like, contar o que vocês acharam aí nos comentários e mandar pra galera. Agora, vamos começar.
I think when I was a younger girl, I had a football orientated family, very sport orientated. We did every sport. We did tennis, we did netball, badminton. I had an older sister as well, so I think I just copied like everything that she was doing, like athletics, literally every sport under the sun, and football just stuck from there really. And then yeah, we started. My dad started the football team, like St Johnson. At the time, he was our coach. Did all the training, stuff like that. Me and my sister both played in the same team, like with our friends from school and stuff like that. So yeah, it was very like family orientated. Oh yeah, good question. I mean, I think when I was growing up, like obviously being in Scotland, I don't know if you know the player, but like when I was younger, I loved Henrik Larsson. He used to play for Celtic. He went to Barcelona as well. And he was just like my idol. I loved him, wanted to be like him, did like the same celebrations, had the same hair as him, um, yeah, he was just like my ultimate like idol. But like in women's football, I'd probably say like yeah, Kelly Smith and Julie Fleeton, like back in the day. I think they were the first kind of professional women's soccer players that I'd seen that had went to America at the time. So I think they were probably like the people that I aspired to be like. Um, yeah, like obviously West Ham, it's like we're a club like that's. I mean, we want to say we're on the up, but it's difficult. Like we don't have the same investment as what the bigger clubs would have. So I guess we're looking to like stay in the league first and foremost into the WSL. But um, yeah, and obviously with Scotland again, we have a really hard group with the Nations League just now. So I mean, yeah, just kind of take it game by game, and for myself, just to stay fit and stay available. Like I'm an older player now, 31, so I need to look after my body and make sure that I'm available for as many games as I can be, which has been fine this season. I've not had any injuries, touch wood, but yeah, just look after myself and do the right things. Yeah, I mean, like obviously, like you said, like especially at West Ham as well, we have like a younger team, so I think it's important for all the senior players that we have that we step up and we lead by example. And I'm not like maybe like the most like one that's like wearing the armband and like shouting and screaming at people, but like obviously just trying to do the right things and try and be passionate and love what you do. And I think just creating like a harmonious like environment and making sure that everyone's like happy and enjoying it, because that's obviously the main thing at the end of the day. Like it is a job and we get paid for it, and it's very much like a high pressure environment, we know that, but I think as well you need to enjoy what you do. Like life's too short. Yeah, I think you just get used to it. Like most of my pressure, I think like comes from within. Like it's just my own inner drive to be better and to turn up on the day and be what I know I can be. There isn't as much pressure, I don't think, from the outside, from my environment. I mean, if that's like Scotland or or West Ham. But I also like I've played in big games. You know, like I've played a lot of Champions League football in my time. And I think with those experiences, you learn more about yourself and learn how to cope in high pressure situations easier. I think so, yeah. No, I think obviously, like for elite level sport, like it is dealing with that pressure, it's different. Obviously, in training, you can do different things, you can be more relaxed and be your true self. And with that, you try and take confidence from training into the games and take it into those high pressure situations. But it's obviously hard to replicate because of the pressure situations. But yeah, just need to try and take confidence from training and do well in training. That's what I do anyway. Yeah, no, honestly, like when I get asked this question, I feel like the answer is just always like coming from the heart. Like it sounds stupid, but like I love our little country. Like I love the girls playing with them. Like it's just like culture, heritage. Like it all comes together, and I think like we have such a good team dynamic and a team culture. It's a really special bunch of girls, and like I said, it's just we have so much fun and enjoyment from football, and obviously we have been doing a lot better in recent years. I think with the coach Pedro coming in, like we're trying to play a different style of football and be better. And I think we've competed with some of the best teams in the world recently, like Australia, England. So I think it is difficult. Obviously, we don't have the same resources in terms of women's football and the same opportunities as what we would do down in England. I think that's why most people do choose to play abroad, like Cara Amir playing Real Madrid or in England. I know it's not abroad, but you know what I mean. Domestic football in Scotland isn't at its best level as of yet. Hopefully it gets there, but yeah, no, it's amazing to be a part of the national team, and I love every minute of it. Yeah, unbelievable. I think it's like kind of snowballed really. I think we were obviously a part of the 2019 World Cup, and already then you could start to see glimpses of how big it could be. And I think honestly there was a few, although I wasn't at the World Cup in Australia, obviously gutted to have missed out on that. Like yeah, there was a few like pinch me moments of like this is actually women's football, like it's incredible, selling out stadiums. I think obviously England as well, the Lioness is like selling out Wembley, 90,000 people coming to women's football games is unbelievable. And it's yeah, it's amazing that we're getting those crowds. And I think it's not just the crowds, I think it's the whole logistics around women's football, the in the clubs, what we have available, the infrastructure. We now see in clubs like Man City, Chelsea, even at West Ham, we have the right people in place. We have the specialists to take care of the players. We have the physios, the doctors. We have the right equipment. We have the great pitches, the great facilities. So I think all that has helped grow the women's game. And I think first and foremost, that is the most important thing, rather than looking at the crowds and looking at how good and big women's football can be in terms of fan base. It's important to have the basic necessities you need to be able to perform week in, week out. No, that is, and it's obviously helping financially. It helps to put money back into clubs because obviously we know right now maybe women's football isn't sustainable yet. It's not its own entity, and we do rely on the men's clubs to put in a lot of money. And in the terms of the WSL clubs, obviously the NWSL is a bit different, but um, yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously the format has changed, and I think it's went down similar route to the men's game. It's obviously more games, it's more competitive games. We found that out very quickly. Being in Group A, it's been so tough. But you want to play against the best teams. You want to go like for like against England, against Holland, Belgium. Some of these teams, Holland and England specifically, like they're two of the best teams in the world right now. They've played at World Cup finals. They've played at European finals. They've won European trophies. Like, so yeah, you always want to test yourself against the best. And it's important we try and really push and get people to those games. I think that's somewhere in Scotland that we really need to try and still grow the game in terms of getting fans to the games, getting bums on seats, and to fill the stadium, because we've seen that in England, and it's when we played England and Sunderland, it was an unbelievable night. We played them and Sunderland had 40,000 at the game, and it's important. Obviously, we'd love to have that, but we know it takes time, and we need to really try and push for that. I mean, yeah, it's a weird one, because we obviously want to beat England, and we also know that could kind of jeopardize their spot at the Olympics, but we were focusing on winning the game, really. That's all that matters to us in terms of that. So yeah, I haven't thought at all about Olympics or anything like that. And to be honest, I don't think the England girls will be either. I know that they probably think they've got a good chance still to qualify for that, but obviously in our group, Holland are kind of in the driving seat right now, so it seems kind of so far away to even consider the Olympics. Yeah, I know. It's sad to see, obviously football was in a different place then as well. I think it's progressed so much, and yeah, we'll see. I'll definitely be watching the Olympics anyway. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll check it out.